I regard this as a great tribute to democracy, as I regard my own action. I know I was elected as a Labour member, but I do think that after 6 years, my constituents know me well enough to know that I care. I will do my best to represent anyone and everyone, as I always have.
Where are your supporters?
I have never been particularly political. No,
That shows.
Madam Mayor, will you please keep this quiet?
Sorry about Mr. Alder, but I did ask, Councillor, I did ask why. So please, just respect Mr. Alder and let him speak, please.
I have never been politically, particularly political, nor is Hatfield Town Council up to now. Long may both of those continue. I apologise if I've upset anyone, but I promise I will continue to work with the people of Hatfield, being my main priority. Thank you for hearing me.
Shame on you.
Resign!
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 Even your party chairman, ex-party chairman, sorry, is telling you, resign. That's the only thing you can do. You can see the support.
We inherited those microphones before we took over 11 weeks ago. Firstly, big thank you.
Sorry?
No heckling, please.
Madam Mayor, please control your councillors.
Firstly, a big thank you to everybody that's turned up tonight, whichever side of the fence you sit on. These really are emotive and controversial issues that are being discussed tonight, and you obviously feel very strongly about it. Thanks for taking the time to come out. As it would appear, I'm the main reason for the defection. I think I should address the issue. I've looked at using an alternative phrase for defector, but that would appear to be the kindest description. I don't think the defector does dislike me. I think he's under orders to. He's been got at. And I believe he was got at long before the election. My rather aggressive electoral campaign, which not only highlighted the shortcomings of the ruling party, but also what the town council administration. They saw what was coming and they had to act. The shortcomings that were highlighted before the election would now appear to be only the tip of the iceberg. Hatfield Town Council have been getting away with it for way too long. The inherent inefficiency coupled with ineptitude, delivering make do and wasting absolute fortunes of our money. How do they get away with it? I will tell you. They get voted in and they think that's it, job done. We can leave it all now to the administration. Then the tail wags the dog. Everybody lives in their comfort zone, nothing's ever questioned, nobody's brought to account. Nobody puts themselves out because they don't have to. Nobody motivates or pushes for better. There's no aspiration, no inspiration to do well. They make mistake after mistake and get away with it as they are pulling the strings. There are some great staff working within Hatfield Town Council, but we have the lions being led by donkeys scenario. We as a ruling party have been scratching the surface for how things operate at Hatfield Town Council for the last 11 weeks, and what underneath will astound you. I have also never come across so much negativity and obstructiveness. Help and advice was needed. The orchestrated hate campaign to try and discredit me has not only come from the other side, but also within Hatfield Town Council as well. Some of the things you have personally said about me, Howard, beg a belief, and bad mouthing must be based on fact. I suppose I could take it as a sideways compliment, but I won't. What I do know is not only do I sleep well at night, I can walk around Hatfield with my head held high, which some people will never have the pleasure of again. Karen, you've stolen my thunder, but I'll still read this out. Your statements on social media can only be applauded. You know, also for Hatfield to do better, changes must take place. I really do hope you're as good as your word, and you're not running with a hare and hunting with the hounds. I apologise about the last sentence. George, I knew you back in the 70s, the person who did everything by the book.
Sorry.
No, that can be extended. With your permission, that can be
I
extended.
move motion for standing order 6, a turn to extend the time of the speaker so that Councillor Brandon can finish what he started.
Seconded.
George, I knew you back in the 70s, a person who did everything by the book, a pillar of society. Over the last 2 months, I've attended about 8 meetings that you have been present, and you have not uttered a single word. But you're having a massive input on this issue at hand. I think you're having your strings pulled, George. Lynn, the borough's mayor, you know the difference between right and wrong. Will you be able to look people in the eye on your many engagements and tell them you played a part in the theft of over 11,000 votes? Frank and Heather, I've only had the pleasure of knowing you two for the last couple of months. You both come across as genuinely nice people, and I'm sure this situation does not rest easy with you. This is certainly not a time for the heart to be ruling the head. Jeff, apart from me being a good listener, I've got a good memory. 3 things you have said that have stuck with me. On 3 separate occasions you have told me, the last time, 2 weeks ago in this room, Hatfield Town Council is not about politics. We leave our political hat at the door. That would appear to be when everything's going your way. As soon as it's not, it's political. You told me in this room the public never turn up to our meetings because that's what we're here to do, listen to them. Tonight, let's see if you do what they want. You also told me in this room that you've got a straight kitchen refurb at Newgate Street that costs between £6,000 and £7,000. That's because it's too easy for the administration not to be bothered. It's not their money, so they don't give value for money. Howard, Mayor on multiple occasions, a man that some people used to look up to, not anymore. You have orchestrated the theft of over 11,000 votes. You have given me the Tony the Tiger welcome for weeks now, for no good reason. Maybe you're embarrassed by the lies you've been telling about me. When Colin Croft and Winston Churchill jumped the fence, they did not change who ruled. I tell these smirks are unbelievable on your faces. Defector, I don't care if you like me. If everybody likes everybody, that would be boring. Look at you smirking again. There would appear to be another 1,148 people who do not like, who you don't like, you've just stolen from them. You state people voted for you and not the party. You called it, that's called the personality vote. I really think we might be on thin ice with that one. I do take exception to you calling me untrustworthy without any foundation. You maybe need to glance in a mirror. I am not Labour, you say. What I am is a working class boy from a council house at a hilltop, and I'm proud of it. What also, this isn't about me and it isn't about you, it's what's best for Hatfield. You doing what you're doing is not best for Hatfield. You've totally killed it.
Well said, Lenny.
Are there any other councillors want to speak?
Yeah, good evening, thank you all for coming. Thank you for everyone who's spoken so far. I find it very disappointing that council has become political. I've been councillor for some 11 years now, and think for the first year I sat on the wrong side of the table. I didn't realise it was political then. We normally agree, we go by consensus. Very few arguments on this council over my time. We try and do what's best for Hatfield.
That's why we're having a chance. That's why we voted somebody else.
I do take exception to being told that we're inefficient and we're bad. If someone take time to look at our accounts, they will see we're one of the most efficient councils in the area. Our precept's gone up way less than anyone else. And I think we run a good ship here. All our buildings are well maintained and looked after. The staff work well. And I've been looking forward to working with the Labour. You've got some very good ideas coming forward. Nothing's been cancelled. We'll work together and we'll discuss things normally. It's really not a problem, as I see it. We'll go on as before, and if you have a good idea, it will be implemented.
Dairy man, this is.
It's not a problem for you.
You don't see it as a problem?
It's a problem for the voters.
Leave Labour in control then and work with them.
Can we keep the comments down, please?
I was just going to say, under our standing orders, it says the majority party has to elect the leader and the deputy leader. And those are our rules. But I don't think from running the council's point of view it makes very much difference. But time will tell. You can hold me to account later.
It's too late.
I actually live opposite Rogan Wall, and you recently put in a 3G pitch over there. There's been nothing but problems since that pitch has been put in. Nobody, except Lenny, I spoke to him about it. The problems that we've had.
I'm very sorry, but the question time is over.
But you don't want to listen, do you? That's the
This is
problem.
why he's got to go, so we've got a proper
You've got to
majority.
listen to the people.
Well, it hasn't been decided yet. We're going to have a vote in a moment on this.
This is a pivotal moment for our town council. We're simply asking that Cllr Alder does the morally right thing.
Yes.
This is the over 500 signatures that also agree with that. We're asking for a by-election so that people have a proper say on what goes on in our town council. I'm asking for a recorded vote on this motion.
We're now going to have a recorded vote on the motion by the Labour group. Cllr Alder, are you for or against this vote?
Against.
Cllr Brian?
Against.
Cllr Brandon?
I will turn that microphone off.
That's right, I'll turn it down. Cllr Roach?
Paul.
Cllr, sorry, pronunciation. Charge.
That's fine.
So Heather, right.
Again.
Cllr Fitzpatrick?
4.
Myself, 4. Cllr Juggins?
4.
Hey!
Cllr Knott? 4. Cllr Mendes? 4. Cllr Morgan?
Against.
Cllr Nelson?
4.
Cllr Ralph?
Against.
Cllr Sparks? And Cllr Wiltshire?
Against.
I can't agree on names.
And your head's in shame.
Where's the democracy here?
Ladies and gentlemen and councillors, the motion has been carried.